Hello everyone, welcome to my next lecture of repair and maintenance, repair and rehabilitation of building structure. So we will continue from our last topic where we left. So economic considerations. There is a wrong notion in the minds of people that regular maintenance makes the building uses of cost and uneconomical. If the real cost of the building for the serviceable life is considered, then the regular maintained buildings are much economical and cost effective due to the enhanced service life. The serviceable life of building is governed by a number of factors like the extent to which the maintenance was considered and included in the design, the degree to which the user carry out the maintenance work during the life of the building, and the third one is the economic considerations. So the next is the life of the building. So the next one is the life of the building. A building can be considered as having three distinct lives, namely physical life, functional life, and the economic life. Physical life, assuming the property is structural sound, this life can be extended almost indefinitely by careful, regular, and planned maintenance. The next one is the functional life. A building may no longer functional its original intent function due to the social and technical changes. However, it may be possible to adapt the building to carry out for the changes or alternate convert it suitably for the different uses. The next one is the economic life. A comparison of the cost of the maintaining a property against replacement is usually the best indicator of the economic viability, but in some cases the economic life may be compared to the value of the site on which the building is situated. The most important decision to be taken is to carry out the building work, adaptation work, maintenance work based on the life and the cost of the building. The techniques which can be employed to assess the economic life of the building is discounted. Discounting is a method of calculating the present value of sum of money due in the future. Discounting is basically the reciprocal of the compounding. Discounting brings all the money involved in the project or proposal to the common base, which is usually taken at its current or prevailing value. Thus, the appraisal of all the proposals can be made and decisions in regard to the adaptation of the particular proposal based on the economic soundness can be made. So finally we will conduct our conclusion of the chapter. To conclude, it can be said that regular and planned maintenance of the building is of vital importance. Planned maintenance goes a long way in preserving buildings' longevity, durability, and serviceability. Maintenance is a continuous process which starts from the commissioning of the building and continues till the building acquires a state of economic repair. Premature losses of the property occurs due to the ignorance, negligence, or abuse of the building. Deteriorated buildings create unhealthy environment and unsound health of the occupants, which ultimately result in loss of productivity of the peoples. Lack of repair and maintenance of building would further entail a huge cost on the replacement at the later stage. Like longevity of human life, building life longevity also depends on the timely and appropriate treatment of alignment and maintenance of the building health and serviceability. Serviceability and health of building can be enhanced by suitable repair and preventive maintenance and treatment commensurably with attacking environment. Building structure should not be abused by indiscriminate overloading and overstressing without suitable rehabilitation work. The topic of maintenance of serviceability of building is of universal importance and gigantic in nature, as the cost of the maintenance, repair and rehabilitation runs into many thousand crores of the rupees. Enhancement of durability, longevity and serviceability of building structures depends upon the careful design, sound construction, good workmanship and continuous maintenance. Inventions of new protective materials have made maintenance a highly controlled and scientific process. Well planned maintenance goes a long way in preserving our coveted structures and buildings. So next we will talk about the summary of this chapter. Since the inception of civilization, many beautiful monuments and structures have been constructed. Few of them have, however, retained their glamorous and serviceability. In order to keep these structures in good condition, one has to think about the steps needed for their repair and maintenance. Appropriate maintenance can be planned by having know-how about repair and protection materials, training manpower and making enough funds available for this purpose. To achieve weather tightness, internal comfort level and long services life, regular repair and maintenance of the building is necessary. Building maintenance is the act of maintaining the building in serviceable condition. It is essentially to sustain utility values of the building. Corrective and preventive maintenance should be carried out with objectives of preserving buildings in good serviceable condition, slow down rate of deterioration and avoid crisis maintenance. The various factors which influences the effective maintenance are cost, age of building, availability of physical resources, urgency, future use, social and economic considerations. A fair amount of money in terms of maintenance, repair, conservation, rehabilitation and adaptation of the building contributes to the GNP. Immediate benefits of good maintenance include maintaining the value of the property, presentation of good appearance and use of building for its intended function. Regular maintenance proves to be the much more economical in long run due to enhanced serviceable life. Thus, well planned maintenance goes a long way in preserving structure and buildings. So this is the end of this chapter. Here are some of the questions for the practice. You can practice these questions by your own, and you can also find the answers of all these questions from this chapter. Thank you very much. We will meet you in the next lecture with new chapter.